storm doesn't just surround the manor, it crowns it. Lightning carves its silhouette while fog smothers the hill like a living shroud. Dr. Armand stops at the rusted gate, rain soaking his coat. The beam of his flashlight shakes, betraying the fear he won't admit. He follows the cracked path uphill, every step heavier than the last. Wind thrashes the trees, and thunder answers like warning drums. His knuckles tap the door, and the house replies. The wood groans open on its own, revealing a hallway that swallows light. Inside, dust floats like ash in the flashlight beam. Cobwebs cling to broken furniture, and the walls crack like old bones. Portraits line the corridor, faces powdered with time. In the shifting light, their eyes seem fixed on him, as if remembering. A faint cough drifts down from above, thin, human, pleading. Armand turns toward the staircase, listening for a second breath. He climbs the grand staircase slowly. Above him, a chandelier sways without a breeze, each creak counting the steps like a clock. A bedroom door stands ajar. The air is cold and stale, and in the dimness, a frail shape lies waiting on the bed. Mr. Hale's face is parchment pale, stretched tight over hunger and regret. His eyes are hollow, yet desperately aware of the dark. Armand listens to his chest, steadying his hands. The heartbeat is weak, irregular, like something trying to stop and being forced onward. Suddenly, Hale's trembling fingers clamp around Armand's wrist. The grip is thin but urgent, like a drowning man finding an anchor. Hale leans close, whispering,
What do you see? The shadows, they're moving.
What's outside? Armand turns and catches a flicker at the edge of the doorway. A shadow slips past, too fast for reason, too real to ignore. He steps into the hall, flashlight raised like a shield. The beam cuts forward, but the darkness seems to bend away from it. The corridor stretches long and dusty, lined with mirrors and paintings. His footsteps sound Chuji, foreign, like the house doesn't accept him. One painting draws him in, a Victorian woman, sorrow frozen into her posture. She doesn't look painted, she looks waiting. The flashlight lands on her eyes and something shifts. The gaze gleams, wet, alive, like the portrait is looking back through him. Footsteps scrape behind him. Armand spins, the beam streaking across the walls, heart hammering louder than the storm outside. Nothing, only fog sliding along the floor, curling around the baseboards. The mirrors reflect emptiness, yet it doesn't feel empty. He pushes into an old library. Dusty books crowd the shelves, some collapsed like rotten teeth, and the air tastes of secrets. On a table lies a diary, abandoned but not forgotten. The leather cover is worn smooth, handled often as if by guilty hands. He opens it and reads, a woman, a death, and a silence that followed. The ink feels fresh in his mind, like a confession. A sudden crash explodes upstairs. The library shudders, dust raining down. Armand flinches, then runs because hesitation feels fatal. He sprints through the corridor, coat snapping behind him. The flashlight bounces wildly, painting the walls with frantic, broken light. He bursts back into the bedroom and stops. Mr. Hale is sitting upright now, unnaturally still, as if something is holding him there. Hale's eyes lock on the doorway behind Armand. He doesn't blink. He doesn't speak. He just stares, like he's seen judgment arrive. Slowly, Armand turns, dread tightening his throat. The beam of the flashlight leads first, like his courage is hiding in the light. A pale woman stands in the doorway, Victorian dress hanging like mourning cloth. Her presence drains warmth from the room without moving. Armand freezes as she steps forward, silent as falling snow. The air thickens and the shadows deepen, as if the house exhales her name. She lifts one hand and points, angry, unwavering, straight at Mr. Hale. It isn't accusation in her gesture, it's sentence. Hale trembles violently, tears cutting paths through dust on his cheeks. Armand realizes this isn't illness, it's terror with a face. Hale whispers the truth. Years ago, he caused her death. The words barely leave his mouth before the room feels heavier with consequence. The ghost glides toward the bed, dress brushing the fog at her feet. Armand steps back. The bedroom darkens as if daylight is being stolen. Curtains billow though windows are shut, and every breath turns cold in the throat. She stands beside the bed, looking down at Hale like a memory made solid. Her stillness is worse than rage because it's final. Hale sobs and begs for forgiveness, voice cracking on every word. He reaches out, but his hands can't cross the distance he created. The ghost places her hand on Hale's chest. Frost seems to bloom in the air, and the sound in the room collapses into silence. Hale falls backward onto the bed, body suddenly slack. No struggle, no cry, just a life extinguished like a candle without wind. The ghost turns her head toward Armand. Her eyes catch the dim light, and for a moment he feels she's weighing his soul as well. Armand stumbles back, boots scraping the floor. His flashlight trembles, and the beam wavers, like fear itself has a pulse. She stares at him with eyes that glow faintly in the dark. No threat, no mercy, only a silence that warns him to remember. Then she fades, dissolving into shadow as if the room drinks her in. Armand stands alone in the quiet bedroom. The storm has softened, but inside him something has broken. Certainty, comfort, disbelief. Morning light spills through a broken window, turning dust into gold. The warmth looks gentle, but it can't erase what happened in the dark. He leaves through the front door, shoulders heavy. The manor doesn't stop him. It simply watches as if letting a messenger go. Down the foggy path he walks, each step farther from the room, yet the memory follows like a second shadow at his heels. He glances back one last time. The house stands calm now, too calm, like a face that has finished screaming and learned to smile. In an upstairs window, two figures stand together, the ghost woman and Mr. Hale. Side by side, they watch him leave, silent and not alone.